আমি আল জাজিরা টেলিভিশনের আমার কোয়েশ্চন ওভারঅল লাস্ট 3 মান্থের যে আন্দোলন হয়েছে আপনাদের and কালকে অবশ্যই it's internationally widely covered. What is your assessment of the current political situation and where it's going to go with keeping in mind with the election ahead in 2023 or maybe January 2024? How do you perceive the political situation?
We have several times categorically said that this government is an unelected government. It is not an elected government. Last two elections were totally flawed. And in fact, you know that the last election, 2018, the election was declared night before the day of election. And in fact, even the candidates who could not go for campaigning, a lot of our candidates were arrested before the election. Mr. Rai is here. He was severely tortured, attacked, and injured. And a lot of our candidates were injured, they were arrested. Thousands of our boys, our activists, they were arrested, they were tortured. Thousands of false fake cases were lodged against our activists and the campaigners. So you know the understand of what happened at that time. And in 2014, 154 candidates were declared uncontested, and only 5% people they went for voting. So no vote at all. And this time, they have formed an election commission without consulting the other political parties. And they unilaterally, they named the people and they have selected their own man, they are all our leaders. And the political scenario in the country, you are observing it, that when a liberal democratic political party has declared a peaceful programs of divisional gatherings, 3 days earlier, the government-supported unions, of transport unions, they declared hartals and strikes 3 days earlier. Our workers and leaders, they were arrested from their homes, houses, and they were barred from coming to, even through other transports, in all the places. But people there, they overcome the whole situation and they attended the gatherings very successfully, and the meetings were held very successfully. This time in Dhaka, just before, even if it was 1 month ago, they started saying that there will be no elections, there will be no meetings in Dhaka city. Nobody will be allowed to hold any meeting here, and they will not be allowed to gather. They were saying all these things. They are threatening people. They are threatening everybody. So that is the scenario now. I told you earlier that from our party, which is the biggest, largest political party, 600 people have been enforced disappearance has happened, and they just disappeared. More than thousands have been killed, and more than 3.5 million people, they were given fake cases. Still, today, this morning, I had been in the court with 2 cases. Mr. Mirza was also there with several cases, and these things are continuing for the last 14 years. So there is no, in fact, there is no democratic environment here. There is no democratic space. We are not being allowed to hold our processions, meetings freely. None. Even in the media, you know, the media is not free. In the judiciary is completely controlled by the government. In fact, total authoritarianism is being held here in Bangladesh. So in Bangladesh, the crisis now is it's a authoritarian and a fascist government is ruling this country. They are violating all the provisions of the constitution. They are violating all the normal rules of democracy and not giving any space to the people. This is the whole situation here.